Chapter 13. A letter from Captain Wentworth. When Anne arrived home, she found that she had, as planned, escaped a visit from Mr. Elliot. However, he came again that evening, and it was painful for Scare to speak to him. She had never quite believed everything he said, but now she believed nothing. His politeness when talking to her father was empty and horrible to watch, and when she thought of how he had behaved towards Mr. Smith, his smiles and gentleness seemed hurtful. She did not change her behavior towards him completely, but she was as cool as possible. When she heard that he was going to be away from Bath for the next 2 days, she was very pleased. The next morning, Anne was planning to go out and see Lady Russell to tell her everything. She had heard, but before she could leave, there was a knock on the door, and Charles and Miss Mary Montrose arrived. Their visit was a great surprise, and Anne was very glad to see them. They had come to Bath for a few days, they said, and were stayed at an inn with Miss Elizabeth. News that Henrietta and Charles hated were getting married very soon, and that Louisa was much better. Elizabeth invited everyone to come to a party the following evening. It would be a small but very agreeable party, she said. Mrs. Musgrove and her group will be so pleased to come. I'm sure they have never seen drawing rooms like ours before. Anne walked back to the inn with Charles and Mary. Miss Montrose and Henrietta were there alone, and they gave Anne the kindest, warmest welcome. Other visitors soon arrived, and Anne had only been there for half an hour with Captains Hedwig and Warford walking in. Anne's last meeting with Captain Warford had given her a wonderful belief in his feelings for her, but it seems that he did not want to come near enough to talk. She was afraid he still had same thoughts which had made him leave the concert earlier. As Anne was trying to keep herself calm, Mary suddenly fell out from near the window. "And there is Mr. Clyde talking with a gentleman. Oh my, it is Mr. Elliot?" "No," said Anne quickly. "Mr. Elliot is away from Bath today and tomorrow." As she spoke, she could feel Captain Warford looking at her. She was also saw some knowing smiles and looks from some of the lady visitors. They clearly felt that they had knew her secret. "It is him, I am sure," said Mary. "I know my own cousin. Do come, Anne, before it is too late," and moved quietly to the window. She was very surprised to see Mr. Elliot and Mr. Clyde, just as Mary had said. What were they doing together? Anne asked herself. These two people who wanted such different things? The visitor left, and Mr. Musgrove and her group began to get ready to go out. But suddenly the door opened, and Sir Walter and Elizabeth arrived. As soon as they came in, everyone became quiet, and a coolness filled the room. And was applied that she could feel it so strongly. Her father bowed, and Elizabeth cursed to Captain Warford, and was pleased. They could see now that he was an important person. Then Elizabeth gave out invitations to her party. There was an invitation for Captain Warford too, and wanted him as he took it politely. Her father and Elizabeth had behaved very badly towards him all those years ago, and she did not expect that Captain Warford could forget that easily. Anne had promised to be with the Montroses from breakfast until dinner the next day. It was a wet morning, and she was a little late leaving home. When she arrived at the inn, she found that Mr. Crofts and Captain Warford were already there with Captain Harville, and that Henrietta and Mary had gone out for a walk with Charles. Captain Werford was sitting at the table writing a letter with Captain Garford, and Miss Monrose was telling Mr. Crofts about Henrietta's engagement. In the end, we thought they should marry at once, Mr. Monrose was saying. There is nothing worse than a long engagement. Oh no, madam, said Mr. Crofts. I do agree. I do not think anyone should get engaged unless they know when they will be able to marry it. It is not sensible at all, and parents should not want they can't stop it. And look up, they were talking about something which had been true for her, and she feels suddenly nervous and excited. At the same moment that she looked across towards Captain Werford, he turned around and looked quickly at her. For a while, she was too confused to listen to the conversation anymore. Then she saw that Captain Werford had moved away towards the window. He asked her to go to him. Look, he said quietly, holding out a smile painted of a man's face. Can you see who did this? Yes, certainly. It is Captain Bedwich. My poor sister, Fanny, had asked him for a painting of himself, and he was bringing it home for her, but now he was meant to put it in a frame for someone else. Captain Werford is afraid to mention about it now, poor Fanny. She loved him so much, and now he has forgotten her so quickly, cried Captain Harville. It must be difficult for you, said Anne gently. I do think men can forget a lost love quickly. I know that a woman would find it more harder. Oh, I will not let you say that, replied Captain Harville. Our bodies are the strongest, and our feelings are too. Even the stortiest weather cannot touch our feelings. Your feelings might be the strongest, replied Agnes, but ours are utmost. You have enough difficulties to live with. You are always far from home, with no time to yourself, living in dangers. Her voice was shaking now. It could be too hard for you if you had feelings like ours to hurt you as well. We will not agree about this, Captain Harry started to say. When they heard Captain Werford drop his pen, Anne had not thought that they were so close to him. Was he listening to the conversation? No, Mr. Elliot, Captain Werford continued. We shall never agree about this. There is nothing worse for a man than saying goodbye to his wife and children, especially when he does not know if he will be ever seen them again. And if you could feel the warmth of his cares when he is with them once more, then you would believe me. Oh, cried Anne, I could never think that you have anything less than the funniest feelings. I believe that men can be great and good in the marriage. You have strong feelings for the woman you love when they are living, and when they are living for you. But I believe that women love longest, particularly when that person or hope is home. Anne's heart was so full she almost could not breathe. At the moment, Mr. Croft got up and left, and Captain Werford finished his letter. He seemed to want to leave at once. Captain Harville gave her the kindest goodbye, but there was not a word, not even a look from Captain Werford. Captain Werford had only shoes left when the door opened once more and he returned. He told Mr. Monroe that he had forgotten his glove and then walked back to the table. Looked at Anne with bright, questioning eyes. He put a letter on the table in front of her quickly. Then he was gone again. The letter was addressed to Miss Anne Elliot, so he had been writing to her, and not only to Captain Bedwich. Anne felt as if the letter would decide everything in the world for her. She had to note what it said at once. Mrs. Monroe was busy with something at another table, so Anne sat down and began to read. I cannot listen in silence anymore. You break my heart. I am half full of terrible full, half full of hope. Tell me that I am not too late, that those special feelings are not gone forever. I offer myself to you again with a heart that is all yours. It is yours now even more than when you broke it 8.5 years ago. Do not say that a man forgets sooner than a woman. I have loved no one but you. I have been unkind, weak and angry, but I have never forgotten you. I came to bat only for you. Everything I have done is for you. Have you not seen this? I almost cannot write. Every moment I hear something which makes me feel weak. You try to talk quietly, but I could understand that voice anywhere. You are too good, too perfect. You know that men can love forever. Please believe that my love could never end. I must go, but I will come back as soon as possible. Please give me a word or a look so I can decide to come to your father's house tonight or never. F.W. It was not possible to feel calm after reading those words. The great happiness Anne was filled with made her feel weak. Before her feelings could quieten, Charles, Mary, and Henrietta returned. Annie's head was full of a thousand of thoughts, and she could not listen to anything they said. As though explaining that she did not feel well, she got up and got home.